Social media stars who need to realize they aren't famous anymore. Let's be honest, unless your fanbase is as big as PewDiePie's or as dedicated as K-pop stars, it's hard to make a living off of social media. The need to stay relevant and entertaining is tough to say the least. So today, we'll be looking at some internet personalities who've desperately tried to cling on to the glimpse of fame that they once had. But before we get started, don't forget to like the video and hit that subscribe button. Ray William Johnson. At one point, he was one of the biggest stars on YouTube. Millions of his loving subscribers would tune in daily to watch him react to the most viral videos on the internet. In a way, he set the standard for future reaction channels with his popular series Equals 3. So where did it all go wrong? It all started when Ray got an offer to work with what would later be known as Disney Maker Studios, a content creator aggregate group that aimed to promote upcoming creators and give them the equipment they needed to make videos in exchange for a small share of their income. Though it did seem like a very good offer, but the partnership proved to be a bust. The details of the argument between the two parties are still debated, but it boils down to artistic differences. Needless to say, Ray left Maker Studios, but not without its consequences. Following the fallout, Ray's channel took more of the brunt. His viewership continued to decline until he stopped making Equals 3 videos. He briefly tried his hand at rapping, but ultimately faded into obscurity as time went on. Lena Morris. The textbook definition of an overnight sensation, Lena Morris is credited with the overly attached girlfriend meme that took the internet by storm. She followed that up with another instant hit when she did her rendition of Justin Bieber's Baby from the perspective of an overly attached girlfriend. Lena wanted to take advantage of the momentum by releasing a second cover song, this time of Carly Rae Jepsen's Call Me Maybe under the same character persona. As time went on, it seems her acts had gradually lost its touch. The last video she had that reached 1 million views was back in 2013. Ever since then, she's had trouble producing content for her channel, and she's admitted this multiple times through her vlogs. It's really hard to walk away from the game once you've got a little taste. Glozell Green. You might know her from the times that YouTube challenges were becoming a trend. She was one of the first YouTubers who gained popularity with her attempts at the Hot Pepper Challenge and the Cinnamon Challenge, both getting millions of views and remains to be the most viewed challenge video in YouTube. If not for that, you might have recognized her as one of the few YouTube comedians who had the privilege to interview Barack Obama at the time of his presidency. Although that specific interview sparked a lot of backlash from her fans, it wasn't what ended up killing her channel. It was the gradual loss of interest in her videos. Fans of her wacky comedy suddenly felt she didn't have the same shock factor her videos used to have. Nowadays, her channel is still ongoing but has lost more than 90% of her original viewership. Cameron Dallas. If you still remember Vine and all the cringeworthy but sometimes hilarious videos that it seemed to pump out at an alarming rate, you would know Cameron Dallas. He was a rising star within the platform and was just on the precipice of mainstream fame on the internet when Vine met its untimely demise in 2017. That didn't stop the intrepid Viner from trying to hold on to his fame as he acquired a few modeling deals for Calvin Klein and Dolce & Gabbana, as well as doing rounds of offline meet and greets with his fans. All of this, however, wasn't enough to salvage his reputation after a 2-hit combo of terrible film appearances. The first being of the movie Expelled and the second on a Netflix series, Chasing Cameron Dallas. After this, he had a brief stint with the law when he was arrested for assault, the final nail in the social media career's coffin. He still enjoys a healthy following on Instagram these days, though nowhere near to what he had in the past. Cody Simpson. There is really not a lot to say about this one except that he expertly used a string of celebrity romances, which included Gigi Hadid and even Miley Cyrus, to boost the popularity of his cover songs, which were mediocre at best. The problem with this plan, though, was while he was busy rubbing legs with famous personalities, he neglected his still young music career, which he eventually scrapped to become a poet of all things. He released a music poetry collection called Prince Neptune that's available for purchase right now. Though I say this now, purchase at your own risk. Lilly Singh. Like Cody, nothing much to say about our next star. Her claim to fame was a video that was supposed to be a statement against racism, but was generally perceived as smug and condescending, especially for a person that came from wealth like herself. Nevertheless, her videos did become widespread and gained millions of views, subsequently allowing her to become a social icon on the internet. She was even invited to speak about the youth at UNICEF. The fame even gave her the opportunity to have her very own late-night talk show, which unfortunately tanked extremely hard, killing any career she could have gotten out of it. Her fall from grace was due to a combination of scathing reviews from fellow YouTuber peers and a whopping 1.8 out of 10 rating on Rotten Tomatoes. Whoa, Vicky. Vicky was the prime example of someone taking something charitable, like fighting for human rights, and turning it into blatant pandering to the minorities she's supposedly fighting for. She scripted fights with supposed cultural appropriators to make herself look like a paragon of virtue, when she only did that to further her rap career. Her fans didn't buy it for a single second though, as they called her out for the discrepancies between her view counts and subscribers, implying she used bots to boost her sub count. Nash Grier. Though I have nothing against Vine, but this list seems to be kicking the dead horse. Our next entry, Nash Grier, took the platform by storm with his homely looks and baby blue eyes. His 6-second Vines were some of the most viewed videos before the platform's disappearance. After this, he gained a bit of traction from working as a model for Dolce & Gabbana, alongside fellow Viner Cameron Dallas. He then used this as a springboard to appear on TV, for a single season of the thriller series, The Deleted. There was one slight issue though. Acting for an entire episode is different from trying to be funny for 6 seconds. Long story short, his acting was subpar and didn't really amaze anyone, let alone hold the attention of anyone. After that, you could say he got deleted. Nowadays, he dwells on Instagram, marketing himself as a stay-at-home daddy vlogger. Jenna Marbles. Jenna M. Journey, better known in the YouTube community as Jenna Marbles, actually had a good reputation on the internet. She didn't have controversies, seemed friendly, and occasionally funny. That's usually a good thing, but you know how people love the drama and the bad news. Well, her goody reputation seemed to contribute to the gradual loss of her viewers and subscribers as time went on. She made makeup tutorials where she tries to be funny, and sometimes actually is. Not much to say about this one either. She's one of those you either love or hate, and there's no in between. Nowadays, she markets herself as a lifestyle channel and still pumps out makeup tutorials from time to time. Jake Paul. You didn't really think we would skip over him, right? With his tween army and double first names, Jake Paul's videos gives us a look into what Johnny Lawrence from Karate Kid's Instagram would look like if he had one today. Originally a famous Viner too, but unlike his other friends, he made the smart move of switching to YouTube as Vine breathed its last breath. The move paid off as he established a decent following with his YouTube prankster channel. His antics that tread the line between crime and it's just a prank, combined with his hip-hop music videos, immediately rocketed him to the top 10% of YouTube stars. He tried diversifying by offering his fans an overpriced video course on how to get famous like him, to the disdain of his fans' parents as well as high-minded YouTubers everywhere. Anyway, this proved to be a career-ending mistake. Nowadays, he's a living meme and plays second fiddle to the Big Brother Logan at celebrity boxing matches. Yeah, that's what I heard. That's it. What do you think? Did we miss out on any personalities? Feel free to leave a comment down below, and don't forget to like the video, hit subscribe, and that bell button for more amazing content like this. See you next time.